How the hell are you? I'm doing great. I'm on vacation in the Siuslaw National Forest with my family. That's on the western side of Oregon, up against the Oregon coast, right alongside the Pacific. In fact, the Pacific is only like half a mile, maybe a mile from where I'm actually standing. I'm up above the Pacific where I am right now. Down inside this little ravine, part of the B-roll at the very end of the video, I do a 360 of the surrounding area that I'm in, and it's extremely cool. I got some old growth timber right in front of you, and it's far out groovy cool. I freaking love it. I love this fragrance, Origins. My last shave, coincidentally, from the Siuslaw National Forest was Sutton. That is also from First Line Shave. That Sutton and the other soaps I have from First Line are all in their 3.0 base. They're FLS base 3. This is the 3.1 base. 3 changes have been made, and those are all additions to the base. They are mango butter, slippery elm bark, and honey. Honey is a humectant, which means that it retains water. Also, if you haven't seen my first impressions video, there's of this fragrance, there's a link to that in the description. I'm going to assume that you have seen it though, and if not, welcome to my full review of First Line Shave's Origins, a homage to Parfum de Marly's Carlisle. Absolute banger of a fragrance. Honey is also full of antioxidants and natural sugars, which can actually aid in the lather. Mango butter is a moisturizer. Really good for the skin and hair, and it can help to harden the soap. Slippery elm bark. Slippery elm is a tree. Put a photo right there. It is like a, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's a folk medicine. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's where people have been using it for years for cough, constipation, diarrhea, all kinds of stomach stuff, even STDs. It's been a cure-all for a lot of things, and it's still used in a lot of products today. Even expelling tapeworms, used in baby foods. It's also known as the red elm. Whipping this up in my Captain Choice bowl. The bark is actually slippery when chewed, and it has a ton of benefits in this soap. So that's enough about that. That's the differences though from the 3 to the 3.1. The addition of honey, mango butter, and slippery elm bark. I have yet to contrast and compare the 3.1 side by side with the 3.0, but I do think it's a little slicker and slightly more firm. Just right out of the tub. I am a scooper. I scooped with my Death Star scoop, as you may have saw in the photos. This lather is so creamy, so slick, so smooth. Fantastic base. The fragrance, oh god, I have fallen in love with this. Just yesterday, this dropped. It's Saturday, and yesterday the soap, splash, and EDP were made available. I ordered the EDP from the Shave Supply, and they're actually all gone. I managed to actually get the last one. It was perfect. I got into sell range, and I had a message from Gareth at the Shave Supply that they were selling fast and that he had one left. I immediately went to his website and grabbed one, and I also grabbed the EDP of Sutton, which I've been wanting to grab for the longest time. I did not pay for this soap set. I did pay for the EDP. I bought that and Sutton, but the soap and splash were sent to me from Michael Riley at First Line Shave for review. I want to again thank Michael for sending it to me. And one thing I will mention from the last video, a portion of the proceeds from the sales of First Line go to an organization called Backstoppers, and they help families of first line responders. There'll be a link to Backstoppers in the description as well. And also, if you haven't seen, I'm going to put a picture of it right here, my Sutton review from about a year ago. 2 years ago? I don't know. Last year. No, it was last year because I was doing videos last year of my Sutton review, and that's when I found a boat in the forest. Found a few cool things right around where I am. Again, that's in the B-roll. I can't wait for the EDP to get here. And I'm really surprised that more people haven't tried doing Carlisle, because Carlisle had never been on my radar before. Mostly I think just because, you know, Parfum de Marly's fragrances are super spendy. A bottle of Carlisle is going to cost you between $300 and $400 depending on where you buy it and when you buy it, if you can even actually find it in stock. A lot of times it's out of stock, even on the bargain websites like Fragrant X and Fragrance Net. My Muhle R96 Rocca, loaded with a first use Lord Razor blade. So the top notes, they're on your screen. We have nutmeg and green apple. That's the top. In the heart, we have tonka bean and rose, and the base is patchouli and vanilla. But the way that this is blended and the way that this is crafted, there is so much more going on than meets the eye. And those are the exact notes that are found also in Parfum de Marly's Carlisle. I saw one person had listed that saffron was in there, but I haven't seen saffron listed anywhere other than one place, so I don't know if that was like in a certain version. My understanding is that it was Carlisle, and I'll double check once again just for good measure, but I don't believe that there's any saffron in Carlisle. This fragrance, it is gourmand-like. You start out with the nutmeg and this green, bitter apple. It is spicy amazingness right off the top. It is so delicious. If you follow my content, you know that normally I'm not a big apple guy, but this apple is fantastic. It is a top note, so it doesn't last long, and you only get the apple for 5 or 10 minutes and it's gone, and after that I don't pick it up again. But what we have is a spice coming from the nutmeg, and then you have this bitter, sour, sweet green apple right off the top, and then that works our way into the tonka bean and the rose. The rose in this, I haven't changed my mind since I did the first impressions all week long. I wore this on the back of my hand to work while wearing other fragrances on my body, and every single day, going back to what, Monday, I shaved with this every single night, played with the base, and played with the fragrance, and I have fallen absolutely in love with it. 110%. I love all my fragrances from first line. Illustrious Oud and the Weight, probably my top two favorites, with Sutton being a close right behind it. But this is right up there with Illustrious Oud and the Weight. I can't wait to get the EDP, because there's a big part of me that still really wants to experience Carlisle, because I'm not shitting you, I have fallen in love with this fragrance. Smooth, creamy, sweet, warm, light, gourmandish. You get a darkness that is coming in the middle. This is a complex killer fragrance. It really is. I can't say enough good things about the fragrance, but real quick, because I'm going to forget. We Shave. Let's make this a We Shave entry giveaway video. If you don't know, real quickly, there'll be a link in the description so that you can check out the details vid. Doing a drawing, 2 on YouTube, 5 on Instagram through my live that I do with the community on Instagram called We Shave West East We Shave. We've already done 4 drawings on Instagram. There's 1 more to go. That will be next weekend when John Bonham joins me. If you've never checked out John Bonham's content, please do check him out. I love John. John is damn good people, and there's a link to his page in the description as well. So, in order to get into this giveaway, in the comments below, just put We Shave. And then next weekend with John, during that live shave of mine and his, we'll draw the winner. You don't have to be present to win. It'd be great if you can make it. I still know the exact timing. We're doing it on Friday, I believe, but you don't have to be present to win. I'll let you know in the comment section of this video. I'll comment on the winner's comment, letting them know that they won. Michael, oh crap, Chanela. How do you say your last name, Michael? I can't think of it. It's something like that. He won last weekend's giveaway, or 2 weeks ago. Damn, time flies. The Boomtown giveaway that I did. That's a tub of soap that I still need to get in the mail. I was going to mail it this last Friday, but I was so busy with work and then getting out the door for this vacation. I apologize for that, Michael. I will have it headed to you on Monday. I purchased a couple tubs of Boomtown to give away, and Michael won the first one. I still have another one that I'll give away down the road a little bit. I love Boomtown Bay Rum. This fragrance. So, We Shave in the comments below. This fragrance has so much depth, from starting out with the spicy green apple nutmeg that's going on, to working your way all the way down to the patchouli and the vanilla. It's almost like, I'm trying to think of a PG way of putting this. It's almost like, so there's no cardamom in this, right? So no cardamom. But in some ways, this hit me at work this past week. In some ways, it's like if apple pie and vanilla cake had a baby. That's almost what this is. It's not quite a gourmand. It's gourmand-ish. and that baby would have to have some wood in the gene pool, because there's thing maybe come from the tonka bean, but like I was saying before too, that I'm only speculating with all this, just like with the mango butter, the honey, and the slippery elm bark. Those are all just, what I found through my research of what they do. This is my opinion of the rose. I don't detect rose outright. I don't. Nowhere have I smelled like, oh, that's rose. I have it on the back of my hand right now. And nowhere all week long have I been able to find the rose. Now, when the EDP gets here, maybe I'll find rose in it. But I don't think so. I think the rose is adding, like I said in the first impressions, a powdery woodiness to the fragrance that somehow with the tonka bean and the way that it's blended, that's what we're getting, and it kicks ass. This base is so freaking slick. It's not a big, like, dense, fluffy base. I think it's almost impossible to create a fluffy lather with this, and I think that's by design. This is easily one of the slickest bases in the game, and if it isn't the slickest, it's because it has equals and equals only. This 3.1 is so freaking slick. So freaking slick. A couple quick cleanups. Almost did like I do at home. When I'm at home and I do my cleanups, I usually just pull a little bit out of my beard, because I usually just do a couple cleanups right here, and sometimes I'll hit right here. If you've never used the Muhle Rocca, it's like the 89, the DE89 or the R89. Slightly more aggressive, a much better shave. I need to do a review on this razor sometime. I don't want to focus. When I do reviews from companies like First Line, when Michael sends me something or somebody sends me something, I try and just focus on that product. And so, but this Muhle Rocca is a steal at $100 because it shaves as well as any of my $300 razors. Muhle knocked it out of the park. They really did. And the 89 is great too, right? I have an Edwin Jagger and I have the Muhle. And I absolutely love that razor. This is slightly more aggressive, slightly more efficient. And everything about the feel and the weight about it is several premium, if you will, premium steps up. And stainless steel, the whole thing. Whole razor is stainless steel. The 96 has this black anodized handle or whatever it is. We Shave giveaway is an entry into the bigger giveaway. There's the link in the description for the details on that. This is so freaking good. Warm, spicy, slight woodiness, slight powder, gourmand. It's not a gourmand. It's not a gourmand. It's gourmand-ish. I love it. I love it. Clean up your mouth, Toby. Damn truck driver. I want to again thank Michael for the opportunity to review this. It's an honor, like I was saying in my rant video. If you didn't watch that,
2,000 years later.
I lost my train of thought there for a second. Hey, how you doing? I'm Tobin. Good to meet you. I'm 10 Second Tom. It's 5 Second Tom. Hey, how you doing? I'm Tobin. The coolest thing about getting these soap sets for free, not for free, right? If you saw the review, but receiving them is not the monetary value. It is not the monetary value that floats my boat. What floats my boat is the tip of the cap, right? The nod from the artisan or the vendor saying, I see you, I appreciate what you do. It's that kind of thing, that intangible, I cannot buy thing. Thank you, Michael, for that intangible thing. When I receive something like this, I don't see the item as much as I see your gesture and what's behind the soap tub. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's only shaving. Still plenty of drama floating around out there. And it's a little big things. I don't know if you guys have all seen my shave video that I did with our daughter Emily, but those are the things that matter. It's not the shave that she and I did. It's that time that she and I spent together. It was that bonding, that laughter, that moment that we shared. And when we're laying on our deathbeds, we're not going to give two rats' asses about so-and-so or about who's its and what's its. We're going to want more of that kind of stuff. You know, it's like they always say, nobody on their deathbed says, I wish I would have spent more time at work. When you're on your deathbed, you're not going to say, I wish I would have spent more time trolling that artisan. I wish I would have spent more time trolling that vendor. Grow up. Get a freaking life. It's only shaving. It's the little big things. That's all I got. This is damn good stuff, Maynard. If you are even contemplating this at all, grab it. I've talked to a couple of people who have tried Carlisle and have also experienced this already. And this is almost a dead ringer from what I've gathered to Carlisle. I love you long time. Even if you are a hater, I love you. You love me. We're one big happy. I won't sing. Matthew Lawrence told me not to sing. Won't stop me from loving Matthew though. Y'all take care. Thanks for joining me out here in the Sayusla National Forest. Alright, welcome to my B-roll. I haven't shaved yet. I like to give you guys a 360 of my surroundings before I do the shave, and then when I'm done with the shave, I can just pack up. So I got my mirror, my tripod, this giant old growth tree in front of me that has just so many different things growing out of it, from trees to huckleberries. Let me show you a little bit more of this. So there's my setup. This is one of the coolest trees. (15, 20 feet). Alright, so you can see my gear there. Keep just moving around this tree. Things like this aren't that uncommon in the Sayusla forest or even in the Willamette, but ones of this size aren't so common. My shave spot is directly on the other side. So I had a feeling earlier that I was standing above water. You can just tell by the greenery that's around me. So right on the other side of that is my setup. Can you hear it? The root system, the earth is just giving way. I think, you know, a lot of this that I'm standing on is old dead trees, and that's often the case, is that, you know, you're walking on the old forest that was once growing up is now, you know, laying down. Thanks for joining me, you guys. It's been one hell of a trip. Halfway through our vacation. Such a blessing to live in the Pacific Northwest. Y'all take care, and remember, it's only shaving.